As I'm feeling myself, man, the sun looks good on my skin. Good morning, lovelies. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mamus Ate, a YouTuber and a makeup artist based in Warri, Delta State, Nigeria. What to expect when kids are going back to school? Hey, lovelies. Give you some tips, some helpful tips that I have used over the years. I'll also leave your room, no worry. Sorry, this room is not my room, it's my children's room. So they came to remind me that they want to come to their room. Anyway, as I was saying before the break in transmission, regards to preparation for going back to school next week, I decided to give you some tips, like 5 helpful tips that would help you as a mom, especially for those new mom. Yes, I'm a mom of 3 boys, 10 plus, 7 plus, and 5 plus. Thank you, Lord. So to some extent, I think I can give some helpful tips that have really helped me over the years, especially for new mom that their children are resuming school for the first time. I would advise that you start practicing a drop-off technique with your child, because most times, especially for those going to creche, playgroup, reception are much older, but for those going to creche and playgroups, they tend to always cry at drop-off points. Start practicing a morning routine with your child. One of the best methods you can introduce to your child as a first mom is kiss, hug, give an high five, bye. Let me say it again. Kiss, hug, give an high five, bye. Introduce this. Trust me, in a matter of time, that child will stop crying whenever you drop him or her at school. If you introduce this pattern and you try to stick with it, the child will get better. Because the situation whereby you drive to the school, you want to drop the child, or you drop the child off, the child start crying, and you come down from your car, you work towards the teacher, and you are telling the teacher to please give you your child, you hug, you start telling stories, bed stories, morning stories, midnight stories, lunch stories. A child that will keep crying will keep crying. So at some point, you just need to hold yourself. It's not easy. Yes, especially as a new mom, first time mom. It's not easy dropping off your child and the child is crying and you're acting like you borrowed the child. It's not easy, but then again, you are dropping that child off at school to make the child learn, to get better, and to get a certain level of independence. So that is the reason why you will have to just what? Kiss, hug, give an high five, and bye. And as you say the bye, start walking to your car or start trekking to wherever you're coming from. Try not to look back. No matter the tears, no matter the screaming, try not to look back. Just zoom off. The best thing you can do is get the teacher's contact, and then you call the teacher after some minutes or after some hours to check how your child is doing. Be consistent, and please give me feedback if it worked for you or not. But trust me, it's going to work for you. Second on my list is getting an organizer. You can get an organizer or a jotter where you write short-term goals, expectations for your child. Yes, as parents, we all have expectations. You are done with your buying of school items, pencil, books, blah, 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 everything that you need for school. You sit them down. You have a discussion with them. These are my expectations from you. These are my short-term goals and long-term goals expectation from you. You need to perform better. You need to do better. You need to read more. And speaking for me, myself, and I, you doing well is for your own self. It's for the betterment of yourself. I will play with you and I will speak softly with you why you need to get better. Why you need to perform better, not bribing you. And of course, when you get better, I can reward you if I want to, or daddy rewards you if he wants to. but it's not compulsory. The number three, in the right sense, like trying to get to do better than where you were the previous term. So I encourage parents to work on that, and then also try to build your children confidence. Let them they shouldn't nurse fear in their hearts. They should be free to talk to you, like free to speak to you, free to discuss any issues with you in case anything is happening in school. Because as a mom, you'll be very happy when your child tells you whatever happened, even before the teacher in school is calling you to tell you, did your son told you what happened today? You will feel so embarrassed and you will not be happy. As a mom, the fourth thing I prepare my mind for is feedback, positive or negative. You take the positive ones, it means you're on the right track. You take the negative ones, it means there are lapses and there are places you need to work on. A teacher giving you feedback doesn't mean that teacher is your enemy. Just learn to accept it and work on it. It can only get better with our kids. It can only get better. Most times, parents don't want to accept feedback, probably because the way the feedback was passed across to you, or the way the teacher gave you the feedback, or probably you don't even like the teacher. First of all, the class teacher, you don't even like the class teacher, and then it's coming to give you a feedback that you're not comfortable with. Of course, you're going to be really mad and pissed off with such teacher, but then again, learn to accept feedback. Why? There's something about feedback. It helps you. So take the positive part of feedback and work on the negative part of feedback. Now we'll speak more on the negative part because those are the areas parents don't like to hear about. On the negative part of feedback, if a teacher is telling you, this is your child, I'm not saying he's dull, but he's still learning. What has I done? He's still struggling. He's this, is that. Really? Okay, but that you are telling me, but this child is our child, he's also your child. So please, I will try to work on him at home. But while he's still in school, please do your best and do your part to also work on him. Help him to get better. I will be grateful if you can also do that. Support me in helping him to get better. When you accept it, you will work on it. When you do not accept it, negative feedback, you are not going to work on it. For a teacher to give you certain feedback, trust me, they spend more time in school when school resumes than when at home. So when you are giving a negative feedback, in as much as you do, I reject it, God forbid, that's not my child. I dey reject like thousands safe. We all reject it, but as you reject it, when you get to, please work on that feedback. Work on it with your full chest, work on it, and try to observe the child. Success comes along with failure. You marry both, you learn to accept both, and then you learn to deal with it. That's why we have coping skills in life. You need to look out for is uniforms. Try to check for their school uniforms. Try to sort it out. Try to look for the last set of uniforms they wore. Try it on again. Is it too tight? Is it okay? Is it free? Just try this out. For anyone that is too tight, or if you notice that there are some adjustments that need to be made, then you can now make provisions for new one, because it's not actually compulsory that for every time that school is resuming, you should buy school uniform. At times, it's not about the money. For me, I don't know, I'm talking from my perspective, it is not so compulsory, even though it is necessary to get new set of uniform. Check your finances, check your account balances. If you think you can afford new set of uniform, fine, why not? Buy new sets and buy extras. If you think you cannot, please feel free and feel very okay. Your mental state and your emotional state that is going to affect your child. As long as you can pay their school fees, the uniform can also come at any time. If you have the money to buy immediately before resumption of school, fine. If you don't have the money, you don't have to be under pressure. You don't need to nag for your children to see that, oh, there's no money for school, new school uniform. Package the old ones you have. Wash them. Iron them. If you know say you not sabi iron like me, dry clean am, package am. Those cellophane wey dry cleaners dem dey use, make the dry cleaner use the label cellophane, put am, e go dey shine win. Carry am give your pikin. This is your new uniform for the term. It is how you present it to that child that child is going to accept it. If you present it as if it is very old, haggard looking, and you should just manage it, that's how the child will keep managing it. And a time will come, he's going to tell you, Mommy, I'm tired of managing this thing. I am the only one in the class wearing old school uniform. So you don't need to act like the world is coming to an end because you cannot buy a new uniform. Now you know first buy school new uniform. Or will you be the first person who no buy school uniform? And you no go die if you explain to your pikin, say, last, I pay school fees. When money come, I go buy new one. Nothing go happen. You understand? Next thing to do, look for their shoes. You know, it has been a long break, summer break, so kids have really enjoyed the holiday. They've added weight, so it is very important for you to check their school shoe. Let them size it. By the time you do the fitting and then you realize that the leg is bigger than the shoe size, if they have younger ones like me, that the second can inherit the first and the third can inherit from the second, then you pass it down below to the next available person and you buy a new one for the one that does not have anyone to inherit from. It's that simple. Life is simple. It's how you present it that matters. But then again, if you have the money to get the 3 sets of shoe, why not buy for 3 of them? Buy for 10 of them if you have 10 kids. If you have 2 kids, buy for the 2 of them. Basically, I've talked about, aside paying school fees, I've talked about buying their school uniform or amending the previous one that they have. And then I've also talked about buying new sets of shoes or trying to pass the previous one down to the younger ones and get a new one for the one that does not have at all. And then again, another thing I would want to say, you don't need to be under any sort of pressure. If you are not able to buy school uniform or school shoe within the first 2 weeks of resumption, each term takes up to 3 months or 2 months plus. I believe before school is going to vacate is December. If you cannot buy in 2 weeks time, you can buy in October, you can buy in November, you can always buy. But don't just drag your negative energy towards your child. No, don't do that, because it's going to affect the child physically, emotionally, and it might even affect the child psychologically, that he might be feeling inferior when he sits or stands next to his classmate in assembly and the classmate is looking all touche or dressed or ready for the term. You don't want to bring that kind of energy to your child. There is no parent that is happy that they are not able to get all the items their children need for resumption. But then again, you don't need to pass that kind of energy to your child. It's wrong. So moving on. So those are the 5 tips for students going back to school. Try to master any of these tips I've talked about, and hopefully there will be a testimony, because these are tricks, techniques, and over the years it has really worked for me. This is why I am on YouTube. I am on this YouTube to share with you guys, you know. Meanwhile, I've been talking for so long without telling you to subscribe. Hey, please, this small girl sitting in front of you is begging you to please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share with your friends on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Please share this video. You can never tell which parent needs these tips. You understand? Share this video with your friends, your loved ones, your family members. Please subscribe to my channel. And do you know what? Subscribing is free. You are not paying for it too. You are not. Just hit the button, that bell. Press the bell like this. Bo, bagam. Let the bell just come up. Bam, up there. Just subscribe. Don't forget to share. Share my videos. And please, guys, if you would want to see content like this on this channel, comment down below so that I will know what kind of content to create for you guys, my lovelies. let me know, because I've been struggling with creating videos like this. I really don't know if you like this kind of content, but hey, once in a while I'm going to be sharing tips like this. Please let me know down below on the comment section if you want to see videos like this aside my makeup tutorials. Okay, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay blessed, stay cool, be happy, stay positive, and I beg, close the door. You're asking me if I'm done. Do you even know if I've not even ended the video? You are lucky your face did not show, because you did not even ask for my permission to be on my video. Is my channel your channel? No. Next time you ask for permission to be on my video before you carry yourself. My friendship, I dey talk, you still dey waka dey come. Bye guys.